Hi, this is Julie at Love's Beginning with a message called Relaxing Out of Separate Self Stories. We grant you the gift of moving through all experience with non-resistance. You never have a good reason to use the defense of resistance. What is right here for you always, this can handle every perceived situation easily. There is no need for the brittleness and heaviness of resistance. When you are in resistance to what you perceive, you are perceiving separate components that can harm and be harmed. What you are perceiving is not reality. In non-resistance, harmony can take care of your perception of all components, and unity becomes something you recognize and trust in. When you don't have to judge anything you are experiencing, you are free to look beyond it. Looking beyond the surface of what you believe you are experiencing to the light beyond it. This shows your awareness of and your trust in this light. In this light, you need not judge separate components because you can see that the separate components don't actually exist. While they appear, they don't have actuality. You always see what you want to see. You can see love as ego would have you see it. Or you could allow love as it actually is to tell you of itself. Ego would have you see love as something limited, something that appears and disappears, something that is plentiful for the worthy and absent for the unworthy. Ego would have you see love as a commodity that can be given and taken away. Hear this, remember this. What the ego calls love is preoccupation with other egos. If you can massively approve of this ego over here and call it love, and if you can massively disapprove of that ego over there and call it disgust, this is not love at all. It is a distraction from ever-present love. There is no approval or disapproval in love. Love is without opposite, always. Luckily, you can never get too far away from love because you are it. So is everyone you call else. You are just seeing very different and distracting costumes on top of love. Love is not about one ego's attention to another ego. Love is here. Love is being. Love always is. It's not about capturing and retaining the attention of another ego. So any striving to get or give or to maintain this getting and giving of ego's version of love, you can relax out of all of that now. Actual love is here, a hammock waiting to catch you when you relax out of struggle, and it handles all things. When ego tells you of your separate self, ego tells stories about how you are being punished, and punished hard because you have done wrong. Ego swaps out bits of the story to talk about other selves and pasts or futures, but it is the same story, and it is what you want to see. You want to see all of these permutations of the separate self story. When you feel tension, this is your wanting to see many permutations of the separate self story. When you feel sadness, this is your wanting to see many permutations of the separate self story. When you feel the anxiety of overexcitement, this is your wanting to see many permutations of the separate self story. You can always relax out of this, and what you relax into becomes more real in your sight than the illusions you have been insisting upon. When you leave old ways behind, there's an awkward spot where you pause to remember how to operate from what seems new to you. There is a momentum of the old. It is what you are used to. It is what seems comfortable and even natural. It has been what you have regarded as your safety and continuity and security. Now something new, but really eternal, is coming in to replace what you used to think of as safety, as normalcy. Be patient with yourself as you catch yourself reaching back to what you once knew as safety, these separate self-stories. When you notice that you have picked one up, simply put it down. Love is here to work on your behalf and therefore on behalf of all those you call other. And love does not need your separate self-stories. Love just inspires you very simply. We are happy to call you to simplicity, and we delight in your ability to hear our call. Thanks for listening.